Hey guys, it's Don here, and yeah, it's been a couple weeks. Um, yeah, just I didn't want to miss this much time, but I think I'll just take that. Real life happens. We go through things. I've been going through a lot recently, and just thought it'd be a good time to get back into it. I feel like I've let everything that happened process, and I'm just ready to get back into what I've been wanting to do. God damn, that's horrible. Yeah, this might not be, you know, as uppity or cheery as I want this episode to be, but oh my god. Well, with shit like that happening, I mean, that's great. Oh my god, I can't get Monsters long. I'll take number one. Even though it's a range down, I'll take it for the tears. Um, anyway, yeah, I kind of just want to, like I've said before, I want this to just be a place where everything feels safe to talk about, and just uh, whether it be whether I know you, whether I don't know you, like we can each get stuff off of our chest, and hopefully, I don't judge anybody for anything they go through. If you want to judge me for anything I go through, whatever, I don't really care. I'm already putting myself out here. I really don't. I really don't care. But yeah, just things happen in our lives, and some of us just go through things, and like some of us deal with them differently. I don't know. I've always been like that. Every time I go through things, I just distance myself from the things I like to do, which might not be healthy, but I mean, at the end of the day, it helps me process what I've been through and just, hopefully I like to think it puts me in a better spot after, I guess a couple of weeks, however long it takes. And maybe that's you too. Maybe you distance yourselves and I personally don't like talking to people about things because it's hard for me to get some stuff out there that God, I need to slow down too. I think that's another thing too. I Everything that happens it replays in my mind like in one instance. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but like it feels like everything just happens at once. Like in my life, everything that has happened the past couple weeks feels like it's just been happening just back to back to back with like no time to really just think or no time to be like, wow, this is really what's happening. But I'm moral of the story here is just we all go through things and that's okay. We all do whatever we need to do to process those things and that's okay too. As long as you're not, you know, turning it into like like substance use, like I personally don't. Butterbean, okay, cool. Personally, substance has never been my thing, whether it be, you know, the good green stuff. I don't know if I can say it on here or not, but ganja. Like I don't know if I can say that or not. Some people are into that. I don't really do any of that stuff. I'll have a drink here and there. Like, I have my cold little beverage here, just to the diamonds. I have my cold beverage here just to help loosen me up, I guess. Pause, but you know. Um, but yeah. Uh, long story short, reason I've been gone. Um, I've been in the process of getting out of a long-term relationship, and I'm sure it's very relatable to others out there who have also gone through the same thing. And it's a really a rough thing to kind of go through, especially when you're older. Like, if you're in high school, whatever, any sort of school, I guess, high school, middle school, whatever, I'm sure that you've had like a guppy. Sure, you've maybe been in a relationship or been into somebody, and it definitely sucks, to get broken up with or get out of a relationship and stuff like that, whatever. When you're older, like adult life, past high school, into college, whatever, and that relationship has like for me, it was damn near 7 years, and you think like, wow, this is who I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with, and just you don't think of that possibility of being like, oh, it's gonna be me by myself again. You don't really have that thought, going through your head in that moment because you're with the person that you plan to be with, and it's just an unfortunate situation. And speaking from a guy's perspective, we take things probably very differently than women out there. If there's women in the comment section, let me know. But me personally, like I said before, I don't really like talking about my issues, nor do I really like talking about. Well, that's awesome. I don't really like reaching out for help or anything. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's coded in a guy's brain to just try to handle it by themselves. But you know, I've like it got to the point where like I didn't speak to my friends for a little bit, and they were like, "Dude, what? Like, are you good?" And I like, there comes a point where you just can't hold it in any longer, and you just kind of have to talk about it, and it helps. So, you know, even if you don't like talking about things like myself, I highly recommend talking to somebody. Oh, that kind of blows. I do really recommend talking to somebody, um, whether it be your friends, family, you know, and if you can, get a therapist. I would recommend that too. Like therapy helps a lot. I'm a big advocate for that. So, you know, if there's anything that you're going through, like just talk to somebody. Because, we're all human. We go through things, we feel things, and that's okay. There's no shaming in anything about that. That's cool. Um, car battery, by the way, not not going through rough times is cool. That's not what I meant, but yeah, but back to what I was saying, like, when you get out of a relationship when you're older, it kind of hurts more than when you're like a teenager. I'm not trying to put any relationship down or anything, but I remember in high school I got, broken up with, yada yada. We were only together for maybe like I would say maybe a year, which is a long time for high school because it already feels like the school year is forever, and just the calendar year, like when you're in school, feels like it takes forever. I remember being that guy. Just every time school ended, I'm like, dude, that took forever. And like, I'm sure some of you guys are going through that now, where you're just like, when is the school year gonna end? You guys are almost done. It's January. Like, you only got a couple more months left. But yeah, when you're older, like when you start getting close to your 20s or even in your 20s, like, this shit sucks. Like, like you understand a lot more feelings because I guess your frontal lobe's a little more developed, I guess. But you just kind of understand more of your feelings and more of other people's feelings in general, you know. And um, especially when it comes to separating from somebody, like it's just a shitty situation for everybody. And I think it's even worse when you live with the person because it's just that's a whole other situation. Like your home is just it just doesn't feel like home. And that's just it's kind of what I've been going through, like just figuring out who's going where or if I'm staying, if she's staying, that kind of stuff. And it also sucks when you live with the person because it's just after you break up, it's just kind of awkward for a little bit. Because, like, what do you mean that we both lived here and it's just like neither of us are going to be in the same space again for for good, And we've like we've shared a space for 6 years out of our 7-year relationship, and yeah, it's just it's a weird transition to go through, and you know, I'm not like yes, time heals everything, but my God, when you are in the trenches, man, like it's 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 a horrible feeling. So that's basically why, not basically, that is why I have been absent the past few weeks, and of course, I've been busy with work and all that, and yeah, just figuring out the whole living situation again. Um, I am still in the same place, but I'm probably gonna end up moving again soon, just because like I don't know, I'm a big believer in like clean like and I don't even know how to explain it, like energy, I guess. Like I don't know, but like I don't want to stay somewhere where I had my relationship end, like I don't want to be there that long. like like it's weird. It's like I don't know if anyone's parents got divorced or not, but like mine did when I was like a teenager, and like I just remember staying in that house when my parents got divorced, and it felt weird because like I mean it's not my family's house anymore. My parents are divorced, you know what I'm saying? So like it's the same deal. Um, Separating from someone that you've been with for almost a decade, and yeah, I just I also want to know like if any of you guys have gone through any similar situations, whether you've lived with your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, your significant other, and like what did you guys do? What helped you guys at the end of the day just kind of get through everything? Because I didn't really figure it out what helped me until maybe a week ago. Like this has been going on for since the last time I posted, I think. So about like almost a month, you know. So it took me a while to figure out like, oh, this is what helps me. Like, and it's talking to people, and I got a lot closer. I mean, I was already close to my family. I love my family, love my mom, love my dad, cousins, aunts, all that. It's just I don't like reaching out to people about my problems because I feel like I'm just not even trauma dumping, but like I just feel like I'm a burden, I guess, to make things easier. Like I feel like I'm just like dumping my problems on other people, which I hate because I just I want to solve my own issues at the end of the day, and I don't know if some of you are like that either, but that's how I feel, and it bites me in the ass because it just I isolate myself and I let the issues build up in my head a little longer, and then it I don't want to say spiral like I'm going into like a terrible place. I mean, mentally sure I wasn't in my best place, but like I'm not like having horrible thoughts about myself. Like, but if anyone does, if any of you guys do get to that place where you're just having really negative thoughts about yourself, like that's when I really suggest just talking to somebody, and especially if it's that bad, like get a therapist, please. Like I don't want to hear, that's a horrible thing to hear when. Wow, that was quick. You know, because I've had friends like that too who they don't talk to anybody and they end up just not taking it very well, and they go on that spiral where they can't come back from it. You I hope you get what I'm talking about, because it's a very sensitive topic, not just for me but for anybody else, who has gone through that too. But yeah, just talk to anybody. Even if you're watching this video, you can leave a comment or message me, um, and I'll talk to you. Like because I'm very thankful for the people that reached out to me, and I'm very just thankful that I do have people that care for my well-being, and I want to pay it forward, you know, to anybody else out there who's also going through something. I really didn't want my first video back to be just kind of sensitive, I guess, or like a sensitive topic. But I'm also someone who can't really hide what I'm going through very well, even behind a screen. Like I'm like you can probably hear it in my voice. Like I don't really sound the same, which sucks. But you know, I really can't hide my emotions sometimes like that, especially when a big change happened. But moral of the story: if any of you guys are going through anything, just like let me know if you want to talk to me via Discord, or if you want to leave a message on YouTube in the comments. Tell me an experience you're going through. I'll reach out to you guys. I really, you know, because I just, again, I'm grateful for the people that were there for me, and I know there's some people who don't have that many people, and I want to pay it back. I want to pay it forward to any of you guys who need help. Because I mean, I'm just thankful for the people that do watch these freaking videos. That I don't even know what I would talk about half the time, but you know, it is. And honestly, I thought about this too when I was going through some of my things, because I did go to therapy for. Well, not did. I still am going to therapy. My last session was a little bit ago, like maybe like a week or two ago, but I still want to go back because it helps a lot. It's very eye opening, and it helps a lot. But I think it helped me a lot because that person didn't really know me, which is weird to say, that I'm spilling my the worst things that I've gone through and the whole situation, how it unfolded. I'm talking to a complete stranger about it. I've never met my therapist. Never met them in my life. Nor have they heard about my situation once until we scheduled our session. But it kind of felt relieving that they didn't know. Oh, I think I might take that because I like the feather. Um, actually, what? No, I don't need that. But yeah, it kind of felt relieving that they didn't know anything about me. So, because I mean, again, the whole reason I didn't want to tell my friends or families, because they know me and like all that, and I know them, and like I didn't want to put anything on my friends or family. I don't know if any of you guys are like that either, but that's how I am, unfortunately. Because like I don't know, like I don't want to bother the people that I love most too, you know? Like especially after a big breakup like that where it already felt like I was bothering somebody. God damn. But oh, we can knock out boss rush right here, guys. Money equals power is good. Oh, okay. I'm gonna take both. But yeah, you know, if that helps you guys too, like, you know, obviously, oh my God, Jacob's ladder. Yeah. Um, you know, obviously, I don't know any of you guys personally. Maybe I do. Maybe you just don't know it's me in in real life, or I don't know it's you in real life. But you know, I don't know any of you guys personally. You know, vice versa. So maybe it'll help you guys knowing that we don't know each other, and if you really need to get something off your chest and just want to talk to somebody, I am all here for it, okay? And I do mean that. Like if I don't respond right away, I will get back to you as soon as I can. But you know, I think that's also why I wanted to get back get back into doing this as soon as possible. Not as soon as possible because I'm not trying to obviously, you know, that's where I kind of have to be selfish a little bit is to make sure that you know I'm okay before I start throwing videos out there. And that's okay too. Sometimes you got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of other things in your life and it's okay cuz without you taking care of yourself, you're not going to you're not going to, you know, do other things. I don't how do you say this? You're not going to do things at your best, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Or like you're just yeah, you're just going to make yourself miserable cuz you're not at your best and especially when you're not at your best mentally. I like you don't want to do much at all. I guess you can call that depression. I guess like because maybe I was depressed for a little bit because like I didn't find enjoyment in the things that I normally love, which is video games and talking to my friends and you know all that stuff. And I literally said if I remember in my first video, I was like I love playing video games and ranting, and I didn't like any of those for the past month after going through everything. I didn't like any of that. And that's not like me. And I just had to sit back for a month and take care of myself and I had to almost find myself again in a way. And was it selfish? Yes, because you know, I'm not doing stuff for other people. Like I didn't even really see my family for a while either, which I feel bad for now cuz you know, time is everything with like that's a whole other conversation like just spending time with your loved ones and all that that's a whole other conversation but yeah moral of this is just take care of yourself first when you go through things so that you can come back better and really crush the shit that you want to get out later because that like that can wait you come first before anything else and I want people to know that too if any of you guys are going through anything as well just take care of yourself first. But yeah, I it's weird. I haven't logged on to Isaac or Steam or anything for a month, and I think that's how my friends could tell something was going on because they're like, "Dude, we haven't seen you pop on in like a month," and I was like, "Oh well." Kind of had to give them like a little rundown of what was going on, and they're like, "Oh, dude," they're like, "Just talk to me, man. Like you're good. Like whatever you need, blah blah blah." And I have the best friends for that. You know, shout out my friends. You know who you are. Um, but yeah, and just I wanted to just make this video just to clear things up that I'm not giving up on this YouTube thing. Like, have I made any progress getting equipment? No, because that's a whole other thing again. But I'm working towards it still. All right, it's just gonna take a minute. So again, apologize for not upgrading any equipment yet. Just really trying to figure all this stuff out. Oh, baby, look at that. Took a lot of damage here. Let me take a drink. Ah, but yeah. Holiday season's over. In the U.S. at least. So hope you guys had a good holiday season. Um, mine was mixed, but I'm sure you could have guessed that by the timeline of what I'm describing. Everything had happened, but yeah, just relationships. Like I'm not gonna be Debbie Downer. Relationships suck or whatever. No, no, relationships are a good thing, and I'm not trying to scare anyone away from it. If you like somebody and you guys both like each other, you both want a relationship out of something, go for it. Because I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like I regret it. No, like no, I'm not gonna be that person either. Because I mean, you should do things without regret at the end of the day, especially if you truly love that person or love something. Do things without regret, and it will make it'll make everything that much more enjoyable. I promise. Because I mean, does it suck not having the same person after 7 years? Yeah, especially that when you thought it was the end game. But you know, some things aren't meant to be, and whatever you believe in or whatnot, sometimes the stars don't align, whatever. And that just happened to be me. And you just gotta roll with the punches and just figure things out after that. And I I also really hope that my ex doesn't ever find out about these because god damn it, I don't think I've ever no, she heard it, but you know, I don't want to go over that conversation with her again because that's another thing. When you're breaking up with somebody, you have that last kind of conversation about your whole relationship and whatnot. That is probably the worst thing because you guys both reminisce about the good times and how they're not gonna be there anymore. And yeah, that's just I think that's probably the worst thing that you could probably talk about with somebody. The fact that they're not gonna be there for certain things. Yeah. Oh man. Oh, sorry guys. I did not mean for this to get so mushy, emotional. But um, I'm an open book, and I want this place to be a safe place for everybody, including myself. And you guys can call me soft or whatever. I don't care. Just it's a topic that I feel like everyone can relate to. Everyone's had their heart broken. Everyone's gone through a breakup at least once, right? Whether you're in your teens or in your 20s, like myself, just I just want to get it off my chest. And I've been missing I've been missing posting. I've been missing playing games. I've been missing playing Isaac, trying to get through it again with you guys. And just I just want to say I'm back officially. And again, moral of this video: we all go through things. We all process things in a different way, and that's okay. And if you guys need somebody to talk to, you guys can talk to me. We got rubber cement, Ace of Clubs. Yeah, just it's it's down, guys, and I'll be here if you guys need anything. All right. See ya.